You're listening to the Crystal Bar podcast, where crystals, astrology, and aligned living meet the cycles of the moon and year. I'm Claire, and each week I bring guidance and stories to inspire you to live with clarity, connection, and purpose. So take a deep breath, make this time for you, and let's begin. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to another episode. You couldn't make it up because the moment I've just set everything up, I've got my laptop, I've got my microphone, the grass cutter man's here. For those of you who listen to every single episode, for some reason they've changed from a Thursday to a Wednesday, and I'm happy they're keeping our little lane and road looking very nice. But how absolutely annoying. So what I'm trying to say is I apologise if you suddenly hear the grass cutter. I guess it's quite apt. It's the sound of summer, isn't it? Also as well, just a quick one. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, do you see my stories? Now, thousands of you do, which I'm very grateful of. However, last night I recorded a little bit off of YouTube because I was talking about music I liked, and suddenly in my playlist a song came on. And I shared a clip and I said, do you recognise this song? Do you recognise the film? Because the music video was the film. And I kid you not, out of nearly 1,000 people, loads of you liked it. That's lovely. Thank you very much. But not one person commented that they did. Now, surely out of nearly 1,000 people, somebody must have recognised the film The Lost Boys and the song that goes with it. Maybe not. Perhaps I'm hitting a completely different audience now, a different age group. I just feel like, oh my gosh, surely I am not the only person out of nearly 1,000 people who knows that film, who loves that film. It's a cult classic. Please tell me, do you know the film The Lost Boys? Please tell me. Oh, he's just started up his grass cutter. So, anyway, we've got a very special episode today. I'm very excited. I've been writing my notes over the last few days. In fact, since the weekend, because I've recorded a tiny little video that will come out probably the next few days on Instagram. Also, another special one that's going to accompany it. So please do check that out. It's all about manifesting, okay? But here we are, Wednesday the 17th, which means we are just a few days out from the official solstice. You might already be feeling the energetic shifts, to be fair, building up in your body and in your environment. And I must just say, it's not just any regular solstice weekend. It is also, we are heading into the Cancer season. I suddenly wanted to say Leo for some reason. No, we are heading into the nurturing realms of Cancer season, which is going to blend cosmic fire with deep emotional roots. There's also an absolute symphony of planetary energy and alignments happening this week. I'm not going to talk about them in this podcast. I want to keep this for our solstice special and talking about the Cancer season a little bit. But oh my gosh, we are in for a profound, ancient turning point in Earth's journey around the sun. For us in the Northern Hemisphere, my Northern Hemisphere darlings, we are preparing to bask in the vibrant golden glow of the summer solstice, the longest day and shortest night of the year. And if you're listening from the Southern Hemisphere, you are getting ready to step into the quiet, sacred velvet of the winter solstice, experiencing your longest night and your shortest day. On that exact same day, honestly, it just goes to show that whilst many of us talk about sunshine and motivation and this time of year being about sun, just goes to show that the rest of the world, the rest of you guys in the South are having a completely different experience, and we should never take it for granted that everybody feels exactly the same when we share our posts across social media. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've written some notes today where we are going to unpack exactly what the solstice is. I have looked into the history of our ancestors and how they celebrated it. And I thought we could reveal a few mysteries of Stonehenge. And I've got a couple of hemisphere-specific rituals and affirmations. And of course, my loves, I've looked at my astrological charts and I've got your ultimate Zodiac horoscope. I feel like this is going to be a bit of a fun, deeply spiritual ride today. So grab your cuppa. If you're walking, happy walk. If you're driving, drive carefully. Whatever you're doing, I hope that you enjoy this episode. So let's start with the word itself because it's pure poetry. The word solstice comes from the Latin word sol, which is sun, and sistere, S-I-S-T-E-R-E, which is to stand still. Because for a few magical days around June 21st, if you watch the horizon, the sun appears to stop moving. It reaches its highest, most northerly point in the sky for the north and its lowest point for the southern hemisphere, but it pauses. It hangs in the sky like a giant golden pendulum before reversing direction. So astronomically, it is the exact moment our planets tilt towards or away from the sun. Okay? It hits its maximum axis of 23.5 degrees. Spiritually, it is a literal cosmic pause button. It's nature telling us to stop, breathe, and look how far we've come. So long before smartphones and modern calendars, humans were deeply when I say intimately synced, I feel like that's still a lot of us today. But anyway, intimately synced with the cosmos. Ancestors' survival actually depended on tracking the seasons. So, I have looked at some of the ancient practices around the globe. Right, let's look at my notes. Bear with, because my handwriting is scruffy as anything, but let's go for it. Are you ready? Because the Celts and the pagans celebrated Litha, midsummer, yes. If you hear the term midsummer, it's exactly the same as summer solstice, okay? It's kind of the few days around it. So if you are getting a bit confused by some of the information you're seeing online, it is the same thing. But let's get back into it. So the Celts and pagans celebrated Litha by lighting massive hilltop bonfires to boost the sun's fading energy and ward off dark spirits. They would roll flaming wheels of straws down hills into rivers to symbolize the sun at its peak before it begins to wane. The ancient Egyptians aligned the Great Pyramids of Giza so perfectly that if you stand at the Sphinx on the summer solstice, the sun sets exactly between the two largest pyramids. For them, it signaled the annual flooding of the Nile, which brought life back to the soil. The Maya and the Aztecs constructed towering stone temples designed to catch the very first ray of solstice light, using it to calculate the perfect agricultural cycles for planting crops. They didn't just look at the sky. They literally built their entire lives, architecture and spirituality around it. And of course, we have Stonehenge here in the UK, a temple built for the sun. Speaking of ancient architecture, I think we literally do have the crown jewel of solstice magic in Stonehenge, in Wiltshire, England. Because if you stand directly in the centre of that ancient stone circle at dawn on the summer solstice, as I am very jealous, many will be doing, looking northeast, right? So if you're stood there in the centre of that ancient stone circle at the dawn on the summer solstice, looking northeast through the entrance, the sun rises exultantly and perfectly aligned with the hill stone. A massive standing stone just outside the circle, and those first golden rays pierce straight through the stone gaps, illuminating the very heart of the monument. It's mind-blowing. Now, I won't be there, but I will be watching the sunset on Saturday night, English Heritage website, or even on English Heritage YouTube. And then Sunday morning from about 4 a.m., they will be showing the sunrise. Mind-blowing, because these stones were arranged around 2500 BC, thousands of years ago, with absolute architectural and astronomical precision. But here is a juicy historical secret for you, my lovelies. Archaeologists now believe the winter solstice might have actually been the more important event in the Neolithic people who built it. Excavations at nearby Darrington Walls reveal massive animal bone deposits, proving that thousands of people gathered there in midwinter for mega feasts. Winter was terrifying back then. The days grew shorter and colder, and food was scarce. Gatherings at Stonehenge to watch the sunset perfectly behind the tallest 3 stones at the heart of the circle was literally their way of saying that we survived the darkest day and now the light is coming back. So how do we capture that exciting and ancient earth-based magic today? As we approach the weekend, it's all about honouring your current hemisphere's energy rhythm so that you can gather your tools ahead of time. So, for us in the Northern Hemisphere for summer, the peak vitality energy is going to be yours. Manifestation energy, outward joy, and celebrations. So what you could do is you could watch the sunrise, you could dance, you could host a dinner and charge your tools in the sun. And I feel like your top 3 crystal allies are citrine for solar energy, carnelian for creativity, and sunstone for vitality. My love's in the Southern Hemisphere for winter. This is about reflection, shadow work, rest, and honouring the dark. So this is a good time for you to cozy up with a journal, practice candle gazing, and sleep deeply. Allow yourself to rest. I feel like my top 3 crystals are going to be black tourmaline, which is grounding energy, labradorite for inner magic, and clear quartz for clarity. And I do have a dual hemisphere solstice ritual. Whether you are chasing the sun or wrapped in winter blankets, this is a ritual you can easily set up over the next few days to perform on Sunday. So firstly, I want you to cleanse. Open a window and use sage, Palo Santo, or sound to clear your energetic space. Then we're going to anchor. Hold your hemisphere's crystal in your receptive, non-dominant hand to absorb its frequencies. I want you to light a candle. Choose gold or yellow for summer to mirror the sun, or white or silver for winter to represent the spark of hope in the dark. And then we're going to release and invoke. On a piece of paper, write down what you are releasing. On a second piece, write down what you are calling in. And then we're going to transmute this. I want you to safely burn the release paper over a heat-proof dish, letting the smoke take it away. Keep the invocation paper under your crystal dish on your altar. Or if you don't have a crystal dish, keep it just under the crystal you had in your hand on your altar. That second paper is what you are calling in, okay? It's what you are speaking into existence. Keep that crystal on your altar. Keep the paper on your altar. If you don't have an altar, keep it somewhere safe and secure, somewhere you can see it daily, and enjoy. And because this cosmic shift hits exactly over the weekend, here is how the planetary energy is going to wash over your zodiac sign over the next few days for solstice. Okay, so I'm going to start with the fire signs because you guys are going to be navigating the emotional tides. Aries, The shift into Cancer season pulls you inward this weekend. You'll be feeling deeply nostalgic and emotional. Focus on healing and comforting your home life. Leo, you are going to sense a natural dip in your usual fiery energy as the solstice peaks. Do not force productivity. Prioritize deep, restorative soul rest. Sagittarius, intense inner transformations are bubbling up for you over the next few days. You might feel more exposed or vulnerable, but embracing these shifts brings massive spiritual growth. Earth signs, seeking soul connections. Taurus, your mind is going to be buzzing with inspired ideas and creative downloads this weekend. It's the perfect time for local wandering and warm community catch-ups. Virgo, you will find yourself craving deep, authentic social interactions as the solstice lands. Step away from solo tasks and lean heavily into your true soul circle of friends. Capricorn, harmonious, beautiful energy enters your closest partnerships this weekend. This solstice brings a gorgeous wave of romance and mutual understanding. Air signs, grounding and realigning. Gemini, as the sun leaves your sign this weekend, it's time to ground those brilliant thoughts. Turn your focus towards financial stability and physical security. Libra, you're being pulled right into the spotlight over the next few days. Expect a sudden wave of career recognition, professional visibility, or a sense of long-awaited achievement. Aquarius, your body is asking for a reset this weekend. Use the solstice energy to reorganize your daily habits, your meal prep, and fiercely prioritize your physical wellness. Water signs, rebirth and expansion. Cancer, happy birthday season, my beautiful crabs. As the sun hits your sign on Sunday, you are going to feel completely reborn, luminous and magnetic. The cosmic spotlight is entirely on you. Scorpio, you are going to be craving massive adventure and a change of scenery this weekend. Expand your mind, read a world book, or plan a trip to broaden your horizons. Pisces, your chart is absolutely bursting with joy and romance and artistic flair for the weekend ahead. Indulge in pure fun, playfulness, and let your inner child run. I thought before I say goodbye today, we could seal this magical energy with an affirmation you can use all weekend long. So repeat after me or save these to your phone notes. For summer solstice, I am fully aligned with the brilliant abundance of the universe. I let my inner light shine fiercely, and I joyfully manifest my wildest dreams. For winter solstice, I honour the sacred winter dark and the rest it provides. I trust the unseen growth happening within me, knowing my light will return brighter than ever. So, my lovelies, thank you so much for spending this pre-solstice chat with me. I might be back for a bonus episode, but get your crystals ready. Prep your prep. I can't even read my own handwriting. Shall I start that again? Right. Okay, let's go. Thank you so much for spending this pre-solstice chat with me. I might be back for a bonus episode, my lovelies. But get your crystals ready, prep your ritual spaces, and step boldly into the beautiful new seasonal chapter this weekend. Don't forget to jump over to Instagram to see the planetary alignments I'm talking about. And also as well, there will be some more solstice content over there as well. But for now, sending all the love, light, and cosmic magic in the world to you. And remember, the right crystals will always find you. Before you go, I have a very special discount code for you, especially for those of you who love buying crystals. So, the code is Podcast Crystal. If you use this at checkout at thecrystalbar.co.uk, you will get a very secret discount. And yes, it is a secret because I changed the value of the code throughout the year. So who knows what discount you will receive. But I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I hope you found it beneficial. And if you have, I'd be really grateful if you could just leave a comment, leave a review. And of course, if you have a friend who loves crystals just like us, please do share it with them. Sending you love, sending you light. Have a great week because honestly, my lovelies, you really do deserve it. And as I said earlier, remember, the right crystal will always find you.